It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Hawks and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Up next, a good one in the NFC West and a wild card rematch from a year ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis to my left, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, it's a good time to be a 49er fan. The roster is loaded. You got stars on both sides of the ball. The time seems like it's now. Aside from health, what needs to happen for the Niners to make a Super Bowl run?
Well, if you're a team trying to play them, you're always trying to figure out, how do I slow down an offense that seems to morph and change from week to week and attack defense's weaknesses? And then on the other side, how are you going to block those pass rushers? How are you going to block those guys who get after the quarterback on every snap? Good luck. This is a loaded 49ers team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Seahawks, most of the pundits, yourself included, Charles, gave their draft class high marks. And that comes after a year where they struck gold in the 5th round with Tariq Woolen.
And they also struck gold in the offensive line, getting brand new tackles at left and right. Struck gold with a running back who was a big-time runner as a rookie. Yeah, there's something to be said about building through the draft.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. With the Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building: potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Purdy going to the air right away. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Purdy now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This will be caught at about the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk from 3 yards out. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Geno. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now Geno. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Ray McLeod deep here for the Niners. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
All right,
the
Coach,
Niners got a solid first half outing by their second-year quarterback,
in what's
Brock
been a
Purdy.
closely fought
His
battle to
touchdown
this
pass
point.
is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Smith on first down to the right side and complete to Metcalf. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Smith to throw. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Smith. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Smith's going to throw it. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Smith. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.